Hi everyone, I'm Mark Coles here at the IET. I'm Head of Technical Regulations and I'm with Amy Barratt-Singh. Hi Amy.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about this Orange Book and about what's coming along. So you have some questions, don't you, Amy?
I do, yeah. I've been talking to some other electricians and basically we would like to know what are the main drivers for the new amendment.
They're long in the making because if you look in the early pages of BS7671, you'll see the preface, which is a breakdown of all the different chapters and sections. And these are all cited as HDs, these are harmonised documents in Europe. And you'll also see IEC documents cited there too. Now, IEC is the International Electrotechnical Commission, mouthful there, but it's the global standardisation platform for electrical standardisation. So standards are set at an international level conventionally, then they come into Europe, into CENELEC, and we see them as HDs, harmonised documents. You'll also see ENs, you know about ENs with circuit breakers and the like. And very quickly, an EN is something which is a product, same again, time after time after time. An HD is a harmonised document because all electrical installations aren't the same time after time after time. You achieve safety, of course, by following BS7671, but they're not identical. Your house is different to mine. So the changes occur IEC level, they come into Europe, because IEC level we won't ever standardise with the States, with the United States, because they have different frequency, different voltages, different plugs, sockets or receptacles as they call them, and we're different. But in Europe we conventionally use the same protection against electric shock principles. We have the same circuit breakers, we have the same, I was going to say switches, but not always the same switches, but you get my point. We're conventionally using the same methods of protection against electric shock. Then we come out of Europe into the UK and we tweak it. We tweak those standards, because we have particular laws of legislation like ESQCR.
Okay, that's interesting. So we know about the process of that you have to go through, but how long does that take for you to go through that process to get to this point?
That's a good question, and it can take a long time because, before I answer that, I just want to say it isn't just the IET that sits around and comes up with these changes. It's this whole process. Now that process can start as a new work item proposal, and it can take 5 years before we see it. It's an awful long time. And of course, we see with this, it's updated. Well, we see a book probably every 4 years, I would say. That's how it's been. But because these documents that come through CENELEC, we have 3 years to implement the changes. And we have, in that 3 years, or in that 3 year period, we have to remove anything that contradicts or anything that duplicates. So we have to implement these documents when they come through every 3 years. But we stick to 4 years conventionally because that's just how it's been.
So will it be mandatory for us to do an updated course for Amendment 4?
As an entrant, or a registrant rather, for the competent person schemes, you'll need to demonstrate that you're up to speed with what the current requirements are. So they're probably going to want to see an up-to-date qualification. If you're already on their register, if you like, then when you're assessed the next time around by the assessor, you'll need to demonstrate you're up to speed with what the current requirements are, and they may need at that point, they may need to see a current qualification.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you. So you obviously went through training and became an electrician, and you set yourself up in your own business as a contractor.
Yeah.
What kind of hurdles did you hit? What were the blockers? As a woman in this male-dominated world, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, in all the time I've been involved, it's been very male-centric. What have been your hurdles?
I think going right back to the beginning, because lots of people assume that I've done this job from school, and I didn't. I had a whole other career before this. I didn't go back into training until I was 28, 29. I think it's a whole issue that it's not talked about in schools. I spend a lot of time with like college sort of age students, and I'm hearing the same thing from them. It's not pushed in schools. Like, I didn't see it as an option for me even. It was never even spoke about because especially like even when I was at school or even 10 years ago when I went into it, you don't see many women on the tools. So I think like my whole path, I've been trying to sort of just normalise it really, like through my career so far. I just be like a normal woman that does this job. But it's really pushed in colleges now. Like lots of tutors that I talk to in colleges, like when I attend open days and stuff, they're really supporting it. Like, they're really supporting trying to get youngsters into apprenticeships in general, but girls and women, which is great. But I do think we need to go even further. We need to go even further back. It needs to be talked about in schools, and I don't know how, I don't know the answer, but push some way and let it be known as an option for girls especially.
What was the trigger? What caught your eye with the electrical industry, the trade?
Honestly, both of my brothers are electricians, and they did it from school. So I always grew up around, like, and around them doing it and talking about it and stuff. And when I was young, I used to think I was going to be a plumber because my granddad was a plumber. And as I got older, I just thought, no, it's not for me. I can't touch toilets and stuff like that. I thought, no, it's definitely not for me. So electrics is clean, isn't it? So I thought, I don't know. I just saw them doing it, and I had like a bit of a break in life. In my late 20s, I went away travelling for a year and stuff, and I came back and with like a newfound confidence. It sounds really cliche, but I did, and I thought, I can do it. Like, I'd thought about it for a while, but I just didn't have the confidence. And then one day I had the confidence, and I just thought, go for it, and I've not looked back. I love it.
Yeah. And what about bringing new people into the industry, younger people? What's the draw? Is there a draw?
And there's loads of positives. It's a great career. There's loads of opportunities out there. I don't think we're ever going to be out of work. If anything, the industry's going to get busier and busier. Our jobs can't really be taken over by AI, and you can earn a really good wage doing this job. And I think when you, like, years and years ago, it was seen as like, you went into a trade if you didn't do well at school, or you weren't very academic and stuff. It's really not like that. I think things are changing and people are seeing that. It's you need something about you. You need brains, especially if you're going to run your own business, because it's hard, it's difficult, but it's a great career. Every day is different. There's lots of opportunities out there. So this has been really useful, and thank you so much for the opportunity to come here today to talk to you and find out about the new amendment.
Thank you, Amy. It's been great to meet you. Don't forget to pre-order your copy of BS7671, and you can get it from the iet.org/gettheregs. And pre-orders available now until the publication date of the 15th of April 2026.